Nothing brings a community together like fantasy baseball. Or divides it. Regardless, we're going to do the whole fantasy sports thing again. Before reading this post, it is important to note that it is highly recommended you join the official Slack chat of the fantasy leagues, as it is used for conversing with other members, discussing trades, discussing league rules, and just having fun discussing the greatest sport on earth. Additionally, while all leagues are technically open to everyone, sometimes openings for the keeper leagues open in mid-season, and to fill those holes, those already in the Slack chat are given priority for the convenience of the entire league. Introduction to current community leagues OTM 1 and OTM 2. These are veteran keeper leagues that have been around since 2010 and 2011, respectively. The league requires you to keep between 3 and 5 players, with the rest of the roster being filled out by a draft in March. 16 teams, and head-to-head scoring. League managers of OTM 1 and OTM 2 are Bob Zepsic and The Laser Show, respectively. OTMD is a dynasty league that operates similarly to OTM 1 and OTM 2, except that it is larger, 20 teams, and involves no redraft. Teams keep all players from year to year. Openings are rare, and this is arguably the most time-intensive league. When this league does have openings, new owners are chosen almost entirely from the existing owner pool on the Slack chat. League manager is a Lois Ox. OTMS is a 14-team keeper league that operates under a totally different scoring system than the other leagues. All OTM leagues besides this one follow identical scoring, to provide a semblance of uniformity. OTMS differs, as it is a sabermetric league. OTMS follows the same keeper rules, but puts more of a value on sabermetric value, rather than relatively traditional fantasy point value. League manager is D Sharp. OTMA, this is an auction league. League scoring is the same as the standard OTM leagues. The basic idea behind this league is that when it is your turn to draft, you put a player up to be bid on. Highest bid gets the player. This league will run with either 12 or 14 teams, depending on interest. League manager is Brogshan. OTMY, this is a standard league where all players will be in the player pool, and resets every individual season. As such, there are no keepers. Draft order will be determined by random chance in year 1, with year 2 and beyond being determined by team record of returning owners, with new owners being sorted in randomly. Scoring will be the same as it is in all other leagues, besides S, obviously. This league will be run with 16 teams in 2019. Draft date to be voted on by league members. The league manager is me. How to join each league. To join OTMY, it's fairly simple. We're going on a first-come, first-served basis up to 16 teams, including myself. Anyone beyond 16th in line being put on a waiting list of sorts. With enough interest, we will find a way to accommodate as many people as possible. I'll be putting a comment in the section below, with the only requirement being that you post in response to my comment, saying you have interest. As I can message you, using my powers, you are not required to give out any contact information at this time. Additionally, it should be noted that this league will give preference to new players to the OTM leagues. If you were, or were in an OTM league last year, you will be pushed to the waiting list first. The only reason I'm in the league is because someone has to be league manager. To join OTMA, it won't be strictly first come, first served. Express interest in the league, similarly to how you do so for OTMY above, and a vote among members of the league, as it happens with all other leagues, will be held to determine who gets limited spots. Presently, the league has 3 to 5 spots available. The returning keeper league with openings is OTM 1. As mentioned above, A and Y also have openings, and perhaps S. The openings will be posted below. To join one of these leagues, express interest in response to the comments posted below. This is not on a first-come, first-served basis, except for Y. As veteran leagues, the community cares very deeply about ensuring the activity of members, and prospective members will be brought forth into a vote to determine allocation of the team in question. What current teams are presently open? OTM 1 Team 1. This team has Alex Bregman, Matt Carpenter, Edwin Encarnacion, Mike Moustakas, and Kyle Hendricks for potential keeper selections. Team 2. This team has Jose Altuve, Chris Bryant, Sander Bogarts, Starling Marte, and Lorenzo Cain as potential options. Team 3. Potential keepers include Carlos Santana, Ozzie Albies, J.D. Martinez, Jarrett Cole, and David Price. OTM 1 has a keeper lock date of February 24, 19, and a draft date of the 3rd of March 19. Both dates are crucial to successful, active membership in the league. There are 3 to 5 teams available in this league. There are no keepers, so there's no information on the team. You'll be drafting with a fresh slate. Presently, there is no draft date chosen for A. There will be one soon, once the league has filled. Join the Slack chat, and have your voice heard on when the draft date should be. OTMS. There may be openings. I'm not actually entirely sure if there are. OTMS doesn't operate on the Slack chat, so it's hard for me to be sure of the exact nature of the league's status. I'm sure the LM will show up here if need be, though, they usually do. What are the rules? This stuff is all very important, so I suggest reading the bylaws, as voted by the community, but not yet ratified for 2019, for all information you could possibly want. Included in the bylaws is an overview of each league, similar to the one I have posted above, detailed rules regarding, but not limited to, draft dates, scoring, roster size, transaction limits, rules on trades, including draft pick trading, details on voting for rule changes, a link to the OTM Fantasy Hall of Fame, and the history of the top 3 of each league since its inception, though this has not yet been updated for the previous season. The community prides itself on having come up with these rules, and discussion happens frequently on a Slack server that league members will be invited to, and encouraged to join. It is not a requirement to join to play fantasy baseball, but it does help tremendously with negotiating trades, and talking with your fellow users about fantasy baseball. This may seem like a lot, but the community is generally an affable sort, and wants to share their fun with you. All the leagues I have mentioned, OTM 1, OTM 2, OTMD, OTMS, OTM8, and OTMY are all free leagues, with no buy-in, and no prize, besides the thrill of victory and bragging rights. That's my piece. Post below to express your interest in desired leagues. If something you see isn't listed, maybe you want something crazy, like a straight points league, with no head-to-head, post it below as well. This article has been more or less reused from last year's, linked here. The times, teams, and rules have been updated accordingly. Don't fix what isn't broken.